Is it done? Yeah. Obviously. Back to the club, Dawn. Yeah. Oh. Brought to you by the Xfinity Internet and also Apple iPhone 17 Pro. I sold out, so no wait, but I'm not getting paid though yet. If I'm gonna sell out, I gotta make sure I get paid next time. Let's wait. There it is. Creating a movement here. No, look at the crispness. Yeah, the crispness. I don't say that often. But I look at the crispness of the iPhone 17 video resolution. I'm like, whoa. No, actually, I look into it and I'm like, dude, my eyes are blue as motherfucker. Man. Maybe they get bluer as you get older. They don't really. I guess it. Yeah. Blue eyes never turn gray. Blue eyes just die. Someday. No, the thing about having a photographic memory, once people figure it out, then they're like, hey, Scott, where's the... Man, I can't find the tape. They know that you can just rewind in your head. where the tape is at. That shit gets annoying in a workplace. At first people can't figure it out what your mind can do, but then eventually it kind of leaks out just naturally. Yeah. Then they're like, "Oh, dude, you can see memories in your head." It takes a while. It takes a while for people to catch on, though. It takes a while. But then eventually they're like, "Oh, I know who's gonna know where the wrench is at. Wheeler's gonna know." So when your boss or your coworkers ask you, "Where is this stuff at?" or "What's the code to the product unit?" don't say 875-87324. Don't say that. Because then they'll know. It's a major red flag. That your memory is above average, normal human spawn. The average normal people. The boring, normie, average Joe Jane, monkey being gorilla out there. What separates us from them is that we can see and they can't. We can tune, we can rain, and they can't. And they never will probably be able to. So. We can shine, but they just don't have that. Poor them. No, in Dark City, the special ability is called Tune. And then in Rain Man, it's called Rain. And then in The Shining, it's called The Shine. Yeah, I had this friend that would always laugh. He was real shy. He was very, very shy. So any kind of emotional outburst, he would laugh. He'd go, because he was real composed, real sneaky, and he really didn't express himself. He was kind of paranoid too. He was paranoid that other people were plotting against him and all kinds of shit. Not clinically, but like just basic level. So me and this guy would be watching stuff, and every time there was an emotional outburst in The Shining, he would have this, big reaction to it because he's just like not that way. He doesn't have emotional. He laughs at people's emotional outbursts, whatever they may be. It could be exuberance. It could be anger. Just any kind of. Usually. That doesn't mean he didn't have emotions. He just preferred not to show his emotions. I'm sure if you made him mad enough, he would maybe unleash some emotional state. Most of the time he was just like, yeah. I don't know if that's a Dutch thing. He was Dutch. Well, his father was from Latvia. I don't know if that's a Latvian thing or is that a Dutch thing. But he was real. Kept his emotions in check. Real cold logician, like a German or something. Yeah, really didn't want to express himself. And so he laughed at other people expressing themselves. And, this movie with Jack Nicholson in The Shining, he's acting crazy like pretty much the whole time. So Eric is super entertained, obviously. But he would laugh. He would start laughing at people in public doing emotional outbursts of any kind. Maybe he wasn't entertained. Maybe he also wishes that maybe he also felt that he wished that he could also express himself. Maybe he was never good at expressing himself in an emotional capacity. Did I ever see him angry? No, I think there's some people, they only get angry at you if you mess with their plans. You know what I mean? So like I didn't mess with his plans, so he didn't get angry at me. So yeah, I think he's one of those guys. You're cool with him as like if you don't fuck with his plans, you fuck with his shit, then he might have an emotional response. You know, if you obstruct that, but as long as you didn't fuck up his world, he didn't. You know, he never really, or maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have much emotions at all. He's just not a very emotional dude. You know. Yeah. But I loved his reactions because he was so shy watching The Shining, and Jack Nicholson's like, "Fuck, shit, ah!" It's just acting crazy. It's Eric. Jack Nicholson, he's so great at like playing a crazy person because he's like, fuck, shit, damn it, ah. So funny, right? It's like, motherfucker, fucking shit. It's great. It's great. You know, the Jack Nicholson, the acting is just wow. You know, wow, superb. Yeah. So I can see why people would think that Jack Nicholson expressing himself angrily would be funny. Because it is kind of comedic in a way. Cartoonish. It is pretty funny. I guess when I was a kid, you know, I thought The Shining was scary. I was real scared of that movie. Because it came out the year I was born in 1980. Stanley Kubrick, based on the Stephen King novel. But I know she went crazy and homeless and shit in the end, but you know what? It's so weird. It's so weird, an actress like Shelley Duvall, because she's so talented and she's kind of pretty, but she's ugly too. It's kind of strange to explain. It's like she's pretty, but she's not pretty. It's kind of bizarre because there's usually women either fall into, okay, it's a pretty woman or it's a not pretty woman, and then maybe sometimes it's in between, but this time it's really on that razor's edge. It's really amazing. I think it's like she's not ugly as hell, but she's not very pretty either. Very strange, but great actress though. Great actress, fantastic actress. I mean, too bad she went crazy. Yeah, I saw the Dr. Phil's where she's living out of her van and wearing diapers, and it's really sad. The price that Shelley Duvall had to pay for being so talented, I guess. She had to pay her ultimate price. Mental illness, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe after seeing Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, based on Stephen King, you know, my friend was interested. they made a mini series in the 1990s called The Shining, and we started watching it, and we were like, man, this fucking sucks. This sucks. That's because they didn't have Stanley Kubrick as the director. Get it right 127 times. Do it 127 times. Or is it in the epic rap battles? Get it right. Do it motherfucking 127 times. That is one of the best epic rap battles. The directors, where they have Spielberg and Alfred Hitchcock and Michael Bay and Stanley Kubrick and so on. Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, this is fantastic. Get it right. Do it motherfucking 127 times. Oh, they're going to take off my community strike, I think, on YouTube, Google Alphabet Corporation, for the Unabomber fashions I did 5 months ago. So there's something to celebrate. Unabomber fashions. I had the hoodie and the scraggly beard, and then I had the glasses. I said, Unabomber Fashions 2025 or something. Yeah. I mean, people liked the video, thought it was funny, but you got to take it down, unfortunately, because it said supporting terrorist organizations is what it said on there. I was like, well, there's no Ted Kaczynski Unabomber organization as far as I know. Yeah. It said supporting violent organizations. Yeah, we got to watch out for that Unabomber gang, huh? Yeah, the Kaczynski gang, man. That guy who's dead, man, he's a real nuisance. Man, real nuisance. Here lately. That's George Orwell for you. I'm glad you told me. Oh, because I was wondering what you were talking about. The second mixer right here. The Fizzler. Yeah. Got our next Fizzler. Then we're going to go on the adventure to the Quickie Mart to gather the beer. it time to fart? Well, I don't want to fart and be a blank. I want it to be like a really good fart. Like a, or maybe a, or something. You know, something memorable, I guess, in the annals of fart. In the annals indeed. In the annals of ass. We want to rip a good one for Mother Earth. We need to spread some good carbon dioxide. Is that what is expelled from the anus? The carbon dioxide? Well, I could look it up, what is expelled from that, what gas is from the fart. I know they say sulfur's in the fart. Sulfur's in the fart. I know I looked at the compound of fart one time. What, did I use chat GPT? No, I used chat FART. Oh, well, at least that gas was a good emission. Yeah, my stepdad would make me laugh, you know? When I was a teenager, like, I was having gaseous emissions. Gaseous emissions. Or you do something for stepdad, and then he would say, grassy ass. You say grassy ass? That was his joke. And no, I don't think I farted earlier. I think it was Bella dropped a fart, and because it was a real nasty fart, because it was a Shih Tzu fart. It was a dog fart, if you will, and it was. I was like, oh, I know, I didn't release that shit. Somebody farted. You know, Bella probably farted. Yeah, because it was a really nasty smelling. You know, it was a nasty. It was a nasty stank. It was a stanky ass one, you know? I was like, I can drop some fart bombs, but that shit was extra rank. It had to have been a Shih Tzu fart. So it was all Shih Tzu fart. The Jack Nicholson acting school. I'm gonna bash your head in. Bash it right the fuck in. Yeah, that's a legendary. Yeah, it's true. There's a Nirvana video going on. An early Nirvana performance was at a Radio Shack. Yeah. Nirvana in 1988, before Dave Grohl. They had a different drummer. It was Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and they played a gig at for a music video. They were making a music video, I think, at Radio Shack, but it was closed. The manager liked him or something. Or a friend liked him and knew the manager at Radio Shack, and they shot the video at Radio Shack. At first, you might think it's like AI, like somebody's making this shit up, but no, it's like it really is the lost tape. The lost tape, yeah. Yeah. Is it really good? It's just kind of, I don't know. Their old stuff sounds depressing than their mainstream stuff, believe it or not. Yeah. So what the weirdest thing is that it sounds more depressing. Yeah, believe it or not, the early Nirvana sounds more depressing than the later Nirvana. Yeah, which you think it would be the opposite, but yeah, actually. Maybe we'll cue that up if it's not copyrighted, to fucking hell. So. Should be. So what does it sound like? The one-hit wonder guy playing the same song. So it's Chris Stapleton at the rodeo, and he's saying, "Oh, sweet Tennessee whiskey." So he's playing the same song that everybody loves. But then he has other songs, and then people are like, I want to hear Tennessee whiskey. I guess it's kind of like people at a Lizzo concert, right? People at a Chris Stapleton concert, it's the same people at a Lizzo concert. It's like, play, good as hell. At the Lizzo concert. Now, I find the concept of Lizzo, I find the whole concept of Lizzo, that there's an artist called Lizzo, that's a black woman that plays "Baby Good as Hell." Like, I find that whole concept great. I'm not against it or anything. So I find the concept of Lizzo. I know people that make fat jokes about Lizzo, but I kind of like the idea that there's a Lizzo, experience out there. That we live in a free country where Lizzo and Nirvana can be out there. And so we live in a free country where we have all this diversity of artists that can do whatever, they legally can under the law and all. So we're blessed to live in a free country with the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which is the freedom of speech, except for libel, slander, and terroristic threats. I'm thankful to live in a country that has Lizzo, God bless her. I don't make fat jokes, You could have a thyroid problem like me and just get fat. It's not like you have to be eating triple cheeseburgers fucking every minute to be fat. You can be out there running your track all the time. You could just have you could have thyroid chemical imbalance, you can still be fat. It's not just getting old. You can be fat for reasons beyond your control. So I don't really make fun of fat people because I know it's not as simple as people think, that people are fat because they're lazy, they sit on their ass, and they just eat fucking cheeseburgers all day. And there's not really a parsec of truth. There's not even an iota of truth to that. Some of that might be true for some people, a certain fraction, but others, it's a chemical imbalance, thyroid problem, hormonal imbalance, all sorts of things. So yeah, that's why I don't make fun of fat people, because they might be working out a lot and they might be eating salads and kale every day, but they're still fat because they can't help it. Yeah. Right. So that's the reason why I don't make jokes about Lizzo. Greg Gutfeld and whoever else can make jokes about Lizzo. I don't make jokes about Lizzo because I understand what it's like to not want to be fat and to get fat. If you have a chemical imbalance or a thyroid problem or something like that, or an eating disorder or some shit like that. I understand what it's like to go through those struggles. So that's why I don't make fun of fat people anymore. I used to. Actually, no. Let me take it back. I never used to make fun of fat people. When people there was this big redhead lady at my work when I was 18. And they called her Big Red because she was fat. I never made fun of fat ladies, or overweight ladies. I never ever did. So they called her Big Red, and I'd say, yeah, that's a little funny, but it's not funny to make fun of fat people. It's just not funny. I don't care if you're Eddie Murphy and it's fucking the Clanks or whatever the shit was called, or the Clumps, or what was it called, the Clumps, Christmas with the Clumps, or whatever the fuck that shit was. All right. To me, making fun of fat people, especially if they can't help it, ain't funny. It's like making fun of, I understand why people are annoyed with retarded people. But, fat people, well, it's not always their fault, And I know autistic, retarded people, it's not their fault either. But sometimes it gets annoying if retarded people are just being retarded and you're trying to do something serious. But I think anybody with a disability or a handicap or whatever, you shouldn't make fun of them. I know a lot of people do because they're mean, spirited, cold-blooded bastards, psychopaths, sociopath motherfuckers. But yeah, I never been making fun of fat ladies because I knew that I could get fat too. Like even when I was young and skinny, I was just eating fucking carbs and shit all the time. When I was eating triple McCheeseburgers and I was still 175 pounds and I was running track and I was fucking banging out fucking calories out the ass. Somehow I knew, I was like, I shouldn't make fun of fat people because what if that shit happened? What if I had man tits one day? What if I had a big ass? What if my shit went obese? What if I got fucking diabetes or something? I shouldn't be making fun of those people because it's wrong, because it could happen to you. That's what I'm saying. I don't laugh at cancer patients, right? I'll go, hey, oh, that's funny. Your face turned green. Your face turned white of death. That tumor in your throat. Ah, ha, 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 ha. You fucking cancer patient. That's why I don't do that stuff. It could happen to me, right? So it could happen to anybody. So that's why I don't do it. Traditionally speaking. And I'm just joking about retards. Okay? I know I've talked about the retards and how much they annoy me sometimes, some of that. Give me them there. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So there it is. Let's go do this. Ooh. We're gonna do our first iPhone travel adventure. iPhone 17 Pro. Perfect clarity, except for me, because I'm getting drunk. All right, later. Let's go. Okay, I'm going now. I love you too, lady. Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
She was Mama and all that, and just crying and laughing. So I shared a piece of cheese with both of them, and then after I gave that to her and Tuba, I let Tuba in the kitchen. I
Oh.
gave them both pieces of cheese up together, and then I picked up Tuba and took her out, and then Bella went and laid down.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All
All right. I'll see ya. We're heading to the Quickie Mart on the iPhone 17 Pro. We'll call it Journey to the Quickie Mart. Episode 5000. 5020, if you'd like. Doesn't matter what episode it is, but it's just another episode. Like Snoop Doggy Dogg. Just another episode. There's a lot of creepy ass creeps out tonight. No, the weather's perfect this way. Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out all night. Creeping down, shady motherfuckers. All right, let's go. Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
How do you do?
That good? This is $9.
Okay.
$2.89.
Okay. Oh crap. Oh, I'm short. It's $12.77.
Okay.
There's no. All right, I'll get you. So it's 89 with the tax. I'm sorry about that. All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, I apologize. Oh, sorry, I forgot the price went up. All right, thank you. Sorry. 89. Oh, it's not 77 anymore. All right. Oh, well, usually they had the change thing filled up. Not that time. My bad. They keep raising the prices. That's why beer used to be at $3 like 6 years ago. Now it's like fucking 4 plus. It's like what? I think that's the deal. It's like people think the price is going to be like the old days, and they're like, "Oh crap, the price just got higher and higher for everything." And people are like, "Well, why did you vote for Trump?" Well, core inflation is not 9% right now, so the Biden-Harris administration had over $100 barrel of oil, and it's like 95. But Trump's probably going to bring that down before midterm elections through strategic oil reserves. Plus, he took over. You know, have you noticed he's attacking two of the biggest oil producers, oil producing nations in the world, which are Venezuela and Iran. So once he has control of those taps, man, he could bring our shit down to fucking. It would be hilarious right before the voting midterms. That shit's like, you know, fucking. It's like $40, $50 a barrel or something. People are paying like 65 cents a gallon. Yeah, I bet the Democrats wouldn't win then at all. To be honest with you, I feel glad that I stiffed him, not because I'm a dishonest person, but I think like a lot of times those Arab and Pakistani Indian dudes, they stiff you. I think that's the reason why they had to buy bulletproof glass. So they've been ripping people off so much, like falling down with Michael Douglas. Yeah. I'm just a nice guy. That's why I haven't busted his balls yet. How about that? Oh, yeah. Hey, I love you too, lady. Yeah. All right, I think I have to take a dookie. A dookie. Yeah. Okay, make sure. Baby Lou. Huh? Yeah. There are some creepy people about because it's a beautiful night. Yeah.
You only got one beer, right?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I don't have to.
I'm glad.
Yeah. The only two I have is two lady. Wah, wah. All right, let him know. No, I mean, the reason why the Pakistanis or the Arabs or the Indian quickie store owners are getting bulletproof glass everywhere is because they realize the prices are getting too high. They've been ripping off people for too long, and people are going to come with a gun and stick it up their head. So that's why they're getting all that bulletproof glass. Because people are sick of getting nickeled and dimed by these motherfuckers from foreign countries. You know, I mean, it's not like Michael Douglas from Falling Down that gave me that inspiration, that insight. It's just kind of true. People come to our country and they exploit us and they try to rip us off. I mean, that's just how it is. And, you know, that shouldn't be that way for Native American born citizens. You know, there's only so long people are going to get ripped off without getting violent. I mean, it's just the way it is. So. I'm taking a dump right now, though. So I'm in a peaceful state of nonviolence. Like instead of Gandhi, I'm in the state of duty. Oh, here we go. All right. You know, wipe our ass and go have a cigarette. Well, first we're gonna put on the Texan shirt, obviously. All right, we just dropped the bomb. Not the atomic, but the Dookie bomb, which is a pretty serious one. In the toilet here. Now we're gonna go to the outside. We have the kickstand on the new iPhone 17 Pro. So this is I get paid by Apple $0 to hype up this phone, but here we go. Yeah, they're dirty. Cause we're riding dirty. Cause we're riding dirty. Cause we white and dirty. The only question that I thought was hard: who was better, Captain Kirk or Captain Picard? Like Weird Al Yankovic. like, oh my God, it's hoarders. If somebody broke into their house, and they're like, there's hoarders. They're probably rats and roaches. I'm just joking. Yeah, this is like great quality, man. This is Spielbergian. This is like a sitcom, man. This is like a cable network show. This quality is ace. All right, let's get the brewski and the tobacco thing there. And I'll be outside for a while.
No playing music, no guitar, no talking, no videos.
All right,
Just be real quiet. You don't
Okay.
know who's listening.
I'll play some Marilyn Manson out there with some Tool and some Metallica.
Rico's coming.
Okay, and some Metallica.
Yeah.
All right, the neighbors have really been like, Scott, I really want to hear Metallica tonight. Should have been more epic, don't? Dear lady. Get it done. Tula. 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 Good job. Tula. Tula's going crazy.
Who's she barking?
I don't know. All right. Yeah. Kickstand feature of Apple iPhone. They have like night vision or tight vision or something. I don't know. I haven't played.